everybody, and welcome in for another show of Carnivore Tales. Basically, my tales and my journey for my 90-day trial, and we'll see if I actually keep this up past 90 days. Anyway, welcome in. Thank you for coming, and as always, thank you for watching me. I like to move my hands, but I'm apparently not, whatever. So anyway, I'm basically giving another update. This time I'm going to be more frequent with them, so I hope you're okay with that. But anyhow, basically the last episode I did was between 4 and 11 days. So that was a lot longer than I expected. So I'm going to be trying to do it either every day or every other day. The episodes will come in more frequently, so I hope you're okay with that. Anyway, day 11 technically didn't end for me, so I'm actually going to capitalize on that a little bit. I ended up having chicken and eggs that night, mostly because things upset me the night before with the beef and everything, so I just wanted to kind of break away just for a day to see if my stomach settled. And fortunately it did. Actually, I started feeling better, so I'm no longer having those issues. It might have been just a bad steak I had that one night. I'm not sure. So anyway, I had basically the same thing I had day one, which was a chuck burger. And today, or last night I should say, but it was a chuck burger, and it was absolutely delicious and everything like that. I also had some wings from Buffalo Wild Wings because I was kind of in a hurry, hungry, and my new job has me traveling a lot. I'm close to like 200 some miles a day, so it's kind of, crazy. But still, it's a work in progress, and I hope you're okay with that. But anyway, I am going to be streaming more frequently. Hopefully, now that I got everything all settled and set down, I think things are finally getting used to it. It's just a matter of time now. I'm still technically on the clock while I'm recording this, but I haven't received a message yet, so if it gets interrupted in the video, that's perfectly fine. So, about the carnivore diet, I'm still trying to learn more about it. So I purchased some things to kind of help me get away from monotony of it all, because I'm actually getting sick of beef. I don't know if that's good or bad. I know one of the videos actually says that you should just have salt when you start feeling that way and no other spices. So maybe I'll have to do that, but we'll see what happens. But I have tried to get another drink besides my water, which, like you can see, this is a frozen ice cube and there's barely any water left in there. I have to let that melt for a little bit. But no, I brewed some green tea, which I guess is acceptable but not necessarily the best. It's the same thing with coffee. You could technically have it on the diet, but it's not necessarily the best thing for you. This is completely decaffeinated. I'm completely caffeine free now. Like, I have not had caffeine since I quit soda back when I started. I just had a few pills to help my migraines until those disappeared, and now they're gone. So I haven't even touched a caffeine pill in several days. Headaches can kind of do that sometimes. It becomes kind of a little bit of a struggle. So yeah, I had a little bit of Buffalo Wild Wings, like one of their smaller orders. I needed something to tide me over during the day. So if you do get hungry, you're supposed to eat. So I took that at face value, and I thought I could have that ready in time. And I did. And it was delicious. And then afterward, I had the chuck burger, which was also delicious. But I wasn't able to finish it all, partly because I kind of ate in the middle of the day. It just kind of worked out that way. But either way, I mean, both things are technically okay. The green tea I haven't even tried yet. I brewed it, but I'm not much for like warm tea. So I have that sitting in the fridge. I recommended like 24 hours, so we're about there right now. Actually, it looks pretty much done. When I looked in there, I used like 4 tea bags in an entire huge container. So it should have plenty of flavor, whatever it is. I have no idea. I'm not a person who likes tea, but I will try anything at this point. Oh, is that telling me I have to go somewhere? No, it is not. That is actually for my old keto drinks. and most of the time they're very delicious. But I can't even have those now because keto uses artificial sweeteners. And I guess that's another thing to talk about is, like, here's some things. Hold on a second. Before I started any of the diets and everything like that, I ended up bringing home some of my stuff. And this is one of my old guilty pleasures. I am sure some of you have actually seen this before. And the fact of the matter is, I can't have this. As much as I want, I'm not allowed to have Mio or... Which I don't think that was actually healthy for you to begin with, so I kind of stayed away from that. I was using Gamer Subs for the longest time, but even then, I'm not allowed to have that anymore either. It's kind of depressing when I can't have all these drinks I absolutely loved. So I'm probably going to end up throwing this out. I don't know how long this actually lasts for, but oh boy. I think this actually says May of 3212. I am so confused. Please tell me that's not the number, because that is kind of scary. How much preservatives they have in this thing to last that long? 3212? That's almost like killing a cockroach. It don't happen easily. Not that I ever had cockroach problems, but I mean, this is a different area, so cockroaches might actually be a thing. Still, like I said, I can't have it. I can't have any of these things. So even though I look at it and it looks pretty, I'm not touching it. So like I said, I might end up just throwing it out and taking care of it. But I did try things, like I said before. The Gamer Subs was kind of a nice thing. It did get me off of soda a little bit, so I wasn't drinking soda the entire time. But at the same time, right now, no artificial sweeteners. I got to really push through this 90-day diet. I might introduce things before, but if I actually feel great doing 90 days, I'm going to continue. And I still won't touch this stuff. So we'll see what happens. You kind of learn a lot when you're trying to do this stuff. And I mean, I've been watching videos from other creators who are actually part of the carnivore community, and a lot of people said Anthony Chafee was a really good one. He has a lot of doctor stuff that kind of helped me out. Like I said, I had a fatty liver diagnosed. I want to say it was because I overdosed a little bit on Tylenol at one point, so it kind of built up at that point. But anyway, Anthony Chafee was basically saying this diet is probably going to help me on that as well. My gallbladder was removed back in October. I've had all sorts of things kind of happen. So after all these doctor visits and painful things going on in that just short amount of time, it's just like I knew I needed to change. Mainly, I wanted to get my weight under control, and the fatty liver actually kind of scared me. It's like, stay away from cheeses, stay away from meat. I'm like, oh boy. But anyway, I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit short. There's not a lot to say. The job is interesting, to say the least. I'm driving a lot of different places. So many hospitals in basically a 4-city radius, or 5 actually. I don't even know. I've been doing stats and courier work. It's actually kind of neat. You meet a lot of people. Some nice, some kind of give you that edge that they don't like you. I've also got lost. That is kind of the saddest thing. You're trying to find the entrance you're supposed to enter, and it doesn't work out that way all the time. So that in itself is a struggle, but I'm learning. Hopefully I haven't angered my boss enough, because I haven't really had any formal training. I was taken on 2 deliveries, and that was it. That was my training. But still, it's a change. It's a process, just like the diet. Everything will kind of come into place after a while. I'm not exactly eager to do anything else at the moment. Courier work is actually kind of nice compared to working at Little Caesars as assistant manager. Dealing with customers was not necessarily one of my favorite aspects of working because you always had life of all kinds. And I mean all kinds. Some were very polite, some of them were very aggressive, and other ones were just, you were kind of wondering what they were on. What amazes me, though, is a lot of people try to look at the people in those industries, and it's like, well, if you're polite, they'll be polite to you. It's that simple. And restaurants now are actually getting smart to this whole Karen business that's like taking the web by storm. It's like, look, if you're going to create a scene, you can go. I believe even Little Caesars policy is if you're making a scene, you're creating a problem for other customers, you can be police escorted out. They can deny you service. Even a Little Caesars. I mean, it actually got to a point that people actually were stealing from my store, and their name is on a watch list that we're not allowed to serve them because they're likely to do it again. Stuff like that happened. And it's sad when you're stealing from a Little Caesars, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how things are going for this time. I will try to update things a little bit more. Like I said, I am feeling better this time around. I'm looking forward to certain adventures I'm going to be doing soon. And like I said, I will be streaming. So in other words, if you want to follow the Frolic channel, that's fine. You're welcome to ask me the carnivore stuff. I'm basically just me, but sometimes I use a VTuber avatar, actually most of the time. So anyway, it depends on what you like to watch. But anyway, have a good night. It's been fun seeing you. And look forward to the next video.